Done?
Done. Hello, YouTubers.
It's been a while.
Hey, it's been a long time. Couldn't even remember where we kept the camera.
No.
Hey, something a little bit different. Today we're going to show you something different. You haven't seen it before. Probably haven't even talked about it before.
Probably not.
Anyway, it's been built for a while. We're going to show you our welding table that we built. This is kind of a unique, it is a unique welding table. It's, yeah.
As things often happen here, or if times often happened, it got out of control.
Well, it kind of got out of control, but I started off and I had a few little things in mind that I wanted to do with it. Sometimes it don't happen a lot, but sometimes I get a bad back, and I find that when you're repetitively building things and you're in one area, you don't want to be bent over, you want to be straight up. So it's a little bit higher than your usual welding table, and it's not only a welding table, but it's a setup table, and I'll explain that to you when we get over to it. We don't have it out in the mod shop because legally we can't show the mod shop yet. We have a non-disclosure agreement signed with a certain party, and that will soon be expired. Now, if they extend it, that's all I can do. We do other things here than
what's seen on YouTube.
What was seen on YouTube, and plus, what we show you is tractor related. The other things we're doing is not tractor related, so that's as far as I can go with that.
That's right.
Without maybe not getting into trouble. So anyway, come on over. I brought it out from the mod shop, so you could see it, and I'll explain to you about it. Watch you don't trip over it. The place is kind of in a mess now because we haven't done our spring cleanup, and to be honest with you, I think we didn't even get spring.
Well, yeah, that might be cancelled.
It was terrible. We have snow in the forecast for tomorrow.
Oh,
5 centimeters and nasty weather. So anyway, here is the welding table. Now, we purchased the top, and that came from the U.S. Tab and lock.
Yeah, that's right, or weld tables.
Weld tables. They call themselves...
Two names, yeah.
Two names,
Tab and
yeah.
lock for accessories and weld tables for the top.
Okay, that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're here to keep being...
Because there's a lot of accessories you can buy for welding tables.
Oh, don't I know it? Because I heard the repercussions of it when I ordered them.
I know, there's a lot of repercussions. What?
There were some wordy dirds coming out of you, I can tell you.
It wasn't as invoiced, it just
Yeah,
came
that's right, yeah. I tried to sneak it past, like, when your husband gets up like at 3:30 in the morning and he puts in an order, he's up to no good. Anyway, so this is the table, and I'll put in some pictures at the end of the video of the steps and stages that went through to build it. And it basically showed up in a pallet. It had the top, and you have to fit it together and weld it and put it together in such a way that it keeps the top perfectly level. You can come over here, Kathy, you can see the tabs where they fit in.
Oh, yeah.
And there's ribs going down. I'm not sure, yeah, they're going down this way and that way. So they have to be all clamped together, and you have to stagger the weld so it don't warp. And I shouldn't say it's not hard to do. It can be a little bit tricky, and you need to take your time and do it right. I also ordered a leg kit with it. So once I had the leg kit on it and I had it done, I never had any sides on it. So I kind of used to swing my leg up here, and just on the bottom brace of the legs, and I found it really comfortable for TIG welding. But of course now, once I enclosed that in, I had to solve that problem because I missed my little perch. But anyway, it's all closed in with 14 gauge steel. Kathy done the graphics. Each corner has got 14 gauge custom corners built, and they were bent on the brake, the metal brake, and they're bent so precision that they actually push in on the corners and lock in. But to go one step further, we had to make sure that the sides didn't fall off. So I drilled and tapped each individual bolt hole.
A lot of work.
Well, it was a full day.
It was worth the effort.
Yeah. Now it did come with its own wheels, little tiny 2 or 3 inch, I guess 2-inch wheels. And I wanted something like really heavy duty, something that was easy to put the brakes on. And these are surplus from Princess Auto. They're a really nice wheel, or a caster, and they're also greasable. The axle's greasable, everything's greasable on them. If you come over here, you're going to see a cabinet in the front. And this is made by a company, I think Winnipeg?
Yeah, it could be. I'm not sure on that one.
Yeah, well, you'll see it at the end of the video. And it's made, the name of the cabinet is Tool Cube.
Yeah, that's right.
And this is one particular type, and they have multiple different types. And they're all capable of being bolted together. Now, what I like about them is this is a true industrial cabinet, in my opinion. It don't have any fancy powder coating to peel off. It's got ball bearings. They say each drawer can hold 100 pounds. And somebody said to me one day, it kind of looks like an aircraft cart that the stewardess would go serving tea with, you know? But I can assure you, we've been using it for a couple of months, and I haven't seen a cup of tea come out of this since we've owned it.
No.
You know? Now, if you look down in here, you can buy this optional storage unit to go in it, right? And these are all adjustable, which is really cool. You can put these any way you want, you know?
Yeah, that's the cool thing. They do have a lot of accessories.
Yeah, it's nice. Over on this side of the cabinet, that's the automatic bleed off for compressor we have. You can see they actually integrated the pegboard into it. This here is a Princess Auto power bar right here, and it kind of blends in with it. Right in here, I tried to, well, I'll turn it around so you can, it's quite heavy, right? Then you can see, I guess you call it the back side.
That's right.
Hey, you know, and you know, it's a nice clean looking thing. Let's see here now. Now in our shop, in our mod shop, we have a welding, what do you call it? Fume arm. Mm-hmm. And the fume arm was made by Miller. And it comes down, and it comes here, and it's on a filtration system. And what happens is, every time you're welding here, the fumes just go and they're gone. And this was supposed to be Miller. I was supposed to paint this Miller colors. But if you looked over here, it'll say, inspired by Jim Bird. So Jim is a friend of ours on Facebook, and Jim said, hey, if I were you, you know, I'd paint it like Kubota orange and gray, you know? I said, no, Jim, I'm not going to do that because I want it to match the fume arm. So anyway, of course, now Jim planted the seed.
That's all it takes.
So a few days later, I was thinking, I said, well, you know what? It's a mod shop. We're building mods for Kubota. So maybe what I'll do is I'll do a bit of a compromise here. I'll forget about the Miller color. And what I'll do is I'll go orange with black trim. And this is a flat black trim. And as you can see, this cabinet is recessed in. And just come over here at your camera, Kathy. You can see how this goes in and it's bent in to butt up. No, right here. Over this way. Got to go that way.
I was getting there.
Yeah. See, it goes in and touches and keeps this in place. The same thing here. This is a filler here, right?
Yeah.
You know, see how it's cut out to fit, and it just looks like the part. And of course, I wanted to mention Jim because he kind of inspired the Kubota color, you know. Now, I said to you when it had the bar going across the bottom here that I used to put my foot up and it used to rest my back.
That's right.
So I lost that because the cabinets are in the way. So what I did is I put this here. So now I can take this way. So I have a running board on a welding table.
You do, now that's cool.
Well, you know, it really is comfortable and it helps. When you're welding, at any time when you're welding, it's essential to have stability, both in your life and on the job.
Where do I get one of those?
So it's, you know, this way when you're setting up and you're welding, it's just so much more comfortable. And of course, if it's in your way, push it in out of the way.
Done.
Now, over here, we have a Wilton vise, and that's a tradesman's vise. This is a bullet vise in layman's terms, but these people have been building vices since, I'm guessing, the 1940s, maybe even earlier. Just a fantastic vise, like it's so smooth. And believe it or not, this was purchased at Princess Auto. Before
we even had a mod shop.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. I was walking past, like I used to see this on the shelf, and I'd say, "Holy smokes, $1,100! Oh my God, $1,100!" And I did that for what, 6 or 7 months.
Oh yeah.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Still can't do it.
So one day I was walking by and I looked up, $500. And I said, well, if that's a Wilton vise is $500, it must be about that big. Mm-hmm. And I looked around and I said, it is that vise. So I grabbed it and went up and purchased it for $500.
Yes.
And I can't believe it. So I came back and I checked Amazon. It was $1,200 at Amazon. Then we went back. Of course, it's a weekly vigil for us to visit Princess Auto. And when we went back, it was up to $650.
Yeah.
All right?
Right.
And now I don't think they're selling them anymore. So I guess what happened was they just sold off their stock of Wilton vices, right? What you'll see here is magnetic jaws. Reason being, these jaws that come with these Wilton vices are very aggressive. It will mark anything, you know? So what I do is I just pick up these and I put them on like that, and there you have it.
Now that's something you've had a long time.
What's that?
Those little vice.
These things?
Yeah.
I've had them so long I didn't know I had them.
No.
I was looking through the milling machine toolbox. I came across and what the heck is that?
But when you see something unique and different, you always grab it.
Yeah, oh yeah. And they're not expensive.
No.
Like this particular set, I think I bought them at Princess Auto and I think they were less than $10.
Yeah, it must be like vice protectors or something.
Well, they protect your product. If you put a piece of metal in, they protect it from getting marred by the steel jaws, right? And it's neat. They got little different cutouts there at the top so you can put whatever you want in there, right? See? Round stock or at different angles, right? Oh, so anyway, we have drawers. No, we got drawers. Now, this is one exception where I'm going to show them what's in my drawers.
You just showed them your drawers.
No, yeah, but I never showed them all the drawers. I don't wear the same. I don't have the same set of drawers every day.
Good to know.
You know, I change them once a month, whether I need to or not.
Good to know.
Okay. So up here, like this is nothing fancy here, folks. This is kind of just rough and go kind of stuff. So that's my pliers for my MIG welder snozzle for cleaning it out. And I made up these things because I'll tell you why I make up these things. If I'm setting something up and I need to push the plate up against something, I have these here. And there's different heights of them, and you know. So they're 5/8 holes, by the way. I thought somebody was kind of losing that.
No, that's the beepers way off in the distance, but we keep hearing it now.
Okay, so you know, and then there's your welding vices up here, and then a metal scribe there, and let's see what's in my other drawers.
I don't know, but I better get over here because if I miss your drawers.
Yeah, and anyway, so people might ask, well, what's the holes in the table for? Well, it's actually for setting up your clamps and stuff. So say for instance, you want to set up a clamp, you put your clamp down there, tighten it down, and that holds items in place. Now there's many different types of clamps. Here's another one. This is one I kind of made up myself. I'm going to show you something now. You see these things, folks? These are kind of neat. If you look, over, Kathy. If you look down there, there's a Allen bolt down there, and this here is a 3/16 Allen wrench. And you see those little ball bearings on the side there? When I move this back, they can push in. So they push in like that. So I take this and I put this here like that. Then I tighten them. Okay. Let me see. I'll get them down a bit further here. Let me see if I got them down far enough. Hang on now. See, you can use them for different thicknesses. So like in this case, he's going to go down there like that. Okay, put that in there like that. Then you can take your wrench and you can tighten it down. And now he's kind of permanently there. So you can tighten down your part that you're welding. If you're welding a long piece and you want to reduce the warpage, you clamp it down really well. And that's why I call it a setup bench, right? Yeah. So when you want to take this out of it, you can't pull up now because the ball bearings are out and they're down below the holes, see?
Okay, so that's where that comes in.
Yeah. Then you have that, you take that, you put that back in your drawers.
Easy peasy.
Now there's other types of them. Let me see. Let me see. There's more of them. There's more of them.
Yeah, we all have a different idea for this.
I use this type as well.
Oh, that's different.
That's for pushing up against something. Okay. There's also welding aids. Like if you want it to hold something down in place, that's magnetic. It got maggots on it.
Oh yeah.
There's two maggots there. So say you wanted to weld this to a piece of plate. See, it holds it in place.
Oh yeah.
Right? Isn't that cool? Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah. So you take that out of that.
Back
Here's some more of those things. Like the orange ones. I only use the orange ones when I'm working on Kubota stuff. There's also other different type of maggots. Right there. Right there. Kind of got it a bit disorganized. But hey, it works. You know? For different angles. Another magnet.
Wow, that's
well over 100 pounds to pull that off, right? Yeah. So I've used that, as you can see.
I've seen you using those.
Yeah, a fair bit. If you're ever using a magnet, don't expect it to work too good with your MIG close to the magnet. The magnetism draws it, just fools up your welds, right? Mm. But if you're, say, welding something like this, you know, you weld there, it's not going to work. You weld here, it's going to work perfect. You're far enough away from the magnet, okay? What else? We got some crazy stuff here. Here's another type of clamp. This one got a ratchet.
Language.
Well, you know, it's just the way it came out.
Language.
I said ratchet.
Yeah.
Did I not say ratchet?
I'm not sure.
Well, see, it's your way you're hitting on it.
It's my what?
See? So it's like a cam lock, right? That's another type. And there's some more maggots here. These are quite good as well.
I'd have to watch a YouTube video to see how to use all that.
Yeah. Well, you've come in here sometimes and I've had stuff clamped to that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's
that
been,
looked like a porcupine.
Yeah, it's crazy, eh?
Yes.
But it works well. So there's that.
And once you got the setup done, I mean, you can go and go and go.
Little grasshopper fella here. Now I've used this on occasion. He's a different kind of a little fella, this one.
Oh, he's cute.
Yeah, and how this one works, there's no magnet or anything on him. He's just, how can I show you with this?
Look at that little grass.
Yeah, well, what it is if you wanted to weld that, say, to a piece of metal, and you wanted something to help you hold it up, that's kind of a bad, oh, there you go. So just the weight of it holds it up in place for you.
Wow.
Right, and plus it's got these clamps on it if you want it to, you know. Oh yes, yeah, it's a different thing, right? They do look like a grasshopper, don't they? Other things. That's for welding pipe together, that particular one. Come on, grasshopper, get out of it. You don't want to go back in this cage. This is the tab and lock deal. So what you do with those is these are kind of made for the table. You can use them for bookends. You get a set, right? But they're exactly spaced the same as those. So if you want it to really, and they're a perfect 45 degrees, right? So again, you would put these down in here, and you would lock them in, 2 of them, and you would, you'd be able to use this to hold something up. If you wanted to weld something on a 40 or on a 90-degree angle, you would bolt it to this and have this bolted down, and it couldn't go anywhere. So that was one of the things that we bought and we put together as well. So let's see what else. There's another type of clamp that will go down here like that and clamp in. Okay.
Oh, perfect.
There's some other clamps. Sometimes I'll buy clamps because they're on sale. Kathy found these for me on sale, and these are a great clamp when you want something to really be clamped, right?
Well, that's why I bought them, in case I need to ever put
You
the
will put the
clamps
clamps on me. Yeah, works pretty good. These here are also from Princess Autumn. These here are probably my favorite clamp.
Oh, yeah.
They're used daily, aren't they?
Yes.
Right? And they'll go on like that, and they're on a button. Huh.
Oh, I know, it's fabulous.
Yeah. And they'll lock up here as well, right? They are really something else. They run $80 each.
Yeah, something there. Yeah.
Right? But really, really, really nice.
I've had them a long time.
Yep.
Over a year.
Yeah, you can. But they're part of their regular stock in there.
Okay.
Yeah, you see them on display. They're all
All worth it.
but a really, really good quality. Really good quality. The light. I see the light. This light is a beautiful light. Some people call it a snake light. It's made by a company called Dan Ray. And I've been purchasing these lights from, well, I've purchased so many from these people down in the States that they know us by name.
Yes.
When we call up, they say, oh, you're back for another light or two, are you?
Yes.
And we put an LED bulb in it, and it worked quite well. We just have it wrapped around here, and it goes into
You never need to replace them. You're only just buying extras.
Oh, it's incredible. Like these are, in my opinion, the best of the best.
Yes.
We have them on the iron worker. We have them on our tooling. They're in there on the brake lathe. They're just everywhere, you know. So it's a good system. With regards to those things, well, we have about 20 of them there. Mm-hmm. We also have these.
Yeah.
Now, these are used for different things. So, most confusing game you can have is like a game of checkers with all of these.
Can you play like tic-tac-toe or something?
Oh yeah, no, he crowned me. He crowned me, right? Jump.
I won't need those to crown you.
No, that's right. But what I use these for, now they're used for a lot of things, but what I personally use them for is when I want to weld something and I don't want the weld to get too close to the table, I use these as spacers. Oh. So they go on top and everything still keeps level, and I can weld and not touch the table, right? Now there's other types here as well. That's these. And they have a drilled or a tapped hole in them. And how these are supposed to be used is down under the table. You can push them up through and then you can clamp something to them like that. But where I have everything enclosed in, they really don't work too good for that. But okay, these were ordered before I made the, you know, but they're still used for lots of other stuff. The table. Okay, so back here, so we've had this table. It's 3x4, 3x4, 3x4. And when you get these tables, this lower part don't come with it, because guys are going to be looking at this and say, I got the same table. My table don't look like that. This is just flat bar. It's punched out to match the holes. I only did that for aesthetics, although you still could use it for clamping.
Sure, why not?
But it's just there for aesthetics.
You lined them all up with the other ones, that's good.
Yes, yeah, and they have weld-on hinges.
Yes.
Now there's one thing I didn't do that I said I'm going to do one of those days. I didn't paint the inside of the doors.
Oh boy.
Okay? And there you can see the latches are from Princess Auto as well. They're stainless steel latches. They're all drilled and tapped. You can see inside there's more storage areas. Right? And of course now if you looked inside there as well, there's pegboard on the other side of the tool cube.
Yeah. Oh, so
Right? So you could still use that there to hang things up on. Over here, I had this little area here. I wasn't even going to bother to do anything with it, but I said, I just can't stand to lose the space.
No, that's right.
Right? So what I did is I did this, and I did this. Right? That's for my grinders. And then we have a spot welder that's 220 volt. Princess Auto as well. It works very well. As a matter of fact, here's a spot weld there.
Oh, okay.
All right? So, and that's that. And of course you can see how this is all rolled in
Right.
and tucked in here, so it goes on and clicks on. And again, it's all bolted on. And it's painted with it's primed and bead blasted. All the mill scale comes out of it first, then it's bead blasted, then it's primed and it's painted. And this here is a flat black on the trim itself. The rest is acrylic enamel. And the latches are quite nice. And again, greasable hinges, weld-on hinges. And in here, same thing on this side. Everything is bent on this side to keep the cabinet in place. And it looks, I think, super cool.
Me too.
So, I guess that's as much as I can show you. Did I forget anything?
I don't think so, no.
No,
We
so-
covered it all.
As I said in the other videos, there it is and it can't be no tizzer.
Exactly.
Okay? So folks, just wanted you to see something a little bit different. When we finally do get out in the mod shop, then you're going to see lots of stuff. Lots of very unique stuff. But give us time. There's legalities and sometimes things are beyond our control. So it is what it is. We show you what we can when we can. Regards to the mods are going well. You can check out our mods on our website. The website description is in this video description, and you can go over there. And if you have a Kubota, you'll find something there you'll like. We'll be bringing back the BX next. So the BX, when we get straightened away here, the BX will be coming in, and we have some new things for the BX that we're going to introduce. So it should be interesting.
That's right. You hear all those screams? That's the BXers.
Oh yeah, yeah. It kind of felt a bit left out.
Oh yeah, I've been hearing.
Yeah, it kind of felt a bit left out. So
They're ready. They're waiting.
yeah, so that's the next thing. The BX was supposed to be the very first bunch of mods that we did. But during the BX mods, Kubota, Newfoundland Kubota Limited, started lending us their equipment. So the BX kind of got pushed aside for a little bit. And we started taking in like the B series and the BX 23S and the 2380, and there was another one, I believe, I don't know, whatever.
2601.
Yeah, that's a, yeah, B2601, whatever, right?
6060.
Yeah, so that's what happened. So the BX kind of got the back burner a little bit. But we're getting back to it. It all takes time, you know? And we'll make sure that it happens, so stay tuned. And we'll try to get back to some regular videos. We'll do them when we can do them. We haven't given up on them. It's just that, hey, there's only so many hours in the day.
That's right.
Right? You know, and we've been working crazy hours. And that's what happens. You want to keep your business going, you try to keep working. So we'll see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this. It's just something a little bit different. And now you can say that you saw a welding table with a running board. And for that, well, I guess we'll see you in the next video. Hey, what do you think, Kathy?
Absolutely.
Okay. You guys all take care. Have a good week. Enjoy yourself and be good to each other. And God bless.